sister, Jess Anderson. Go check out her videos. The link will be down in the description. So I want to let's go ahead and get right into it. What I have here is we'll be talking with Jessica today, kind of like a debate about flat Earth or round Earth. She believes in flat, I believe in round. It's something she brought up the other day, and I really wanted to, let you guys in on it. Because there's a lot of compelling evidence that the world could be flat.
There's a lot of compelling, and I'm no scientist. So, when it comes to, numbers and things like that, I'm not going to be able to sit there and break it down for you, but I can tell you what I understand after watching the videos in layman terms.
It's just your opinion. It's understandable. But she was really smart. Don't let her fool you. But first, let's talk about this California fire. Now, the deaths are up to 44 people, I believe. Miley Cyrus's Malibu house actually got burnt too. Damn, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I didn't hear about Miley, but I have heard about the fires.
You like Miley, right? You're a fan of Miley.
Well, every person is a person I care about, so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but Miley's cool. I love her music.
From the New York Times, Los Angeles, as emergency workers picked through fire-ravaged communities in Northern California on Monday, they recovered 13 more bodies, turning the largest wildfire into the state's history, deadliest as well. Now, it's saying 44 people have died since the 3 wildfires broke out late last week, and countless other residents narrowly escaping their lives, and close calls never to be forgotten. And I would like to say a prayer, just take a minute and say a prayer, and a moment of silence for those who have died. And that's a horrible way to go. And it's sad because they're just so random, and to lose a loved one that random, I've had that experience, and it's really horrible. It really is. So we can just have a moment of silence for those who are suffering and have suffered. Alright, thank you. Next thing I want to get on talk about is this new Galaxy F concept called Envision Samsung Foldable Smartphone. This thing, you guys have to check it out, man. Here's a picture right here. Check it out. That is bad. That is bad.
Android.
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Android. Right. No other way to go, guys. Entertainment, Miley Cyrus, as I told you, her house burnt in the California wildfire. And in the science world, startup rocket lab puts 6 small satellites into orbit, which is kind of funny because what we're talking about as a debate. Now, let's go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah. Now all the fun stuff is out of the way. Let's get to a discussion of flat Earth with Jess Anderson.
First of all, there's no space.
There's no space.
And NASA lies.
Okay, so let's have you explain what you theorize, like how you see Earth, like kind of like you did for me the other day. I know you don't have pen and paper, but
yeah, it's difficult to explain necessarily to someone who's never envisioned it.
I can move the camera and then you can you have a art thing.
We can actually we can get a clip and we can post it. There's clips on here where they've drawn out the diagram.
Now you see her view of it. Let's get a little more in depth into it. Now, Jessica, I've actually seen these videos, okay, with the rockets, and it does sound like they're hitting something.
Yeah.
What do you believe they're hitting?
Honestly, I do believe that it's a glass type material. Like it might not be glass necessarily,
That sounds like glass.
But it's very glass-like, and glass is water and sand, and so it's it's naturally occurring things. But I think that we are seated at the foot of the throne of God, and He has got us in a terranium, and that doesn't. A lot of people, when you say that, it makes them very standoffish. It's like, well, we're not God's pets, but look, these are my pets. I love my pets.
Yeah, you don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah, I don't mean it as in, I mean, he is in control, but I don't really...
Like a dog, a man's best friend. Like,
yeah, he loves us. And that's why I believe that, that Satan wants to lie about it. He wants to separate man from God. He wants to make you feel like you're insignificant to God. And that's where that's the whole basis of flat earth theory, is that we are right in the center of existence.
Wait, you said we're at the foot of the throne now. That's what you told me.
Well, that's what the Bible says, that we're seated at the foot of the throne of the Father.
So you're saying the Bible has evidence kind of leaning towards the flat earth?
Yeah, I mean, it talks about 4 pillars and the corners of the earth, where the winds blow from the 4 corners of the earth, and angels' trumpet sound and things like that. And there's no corners on a globe. But, I mean, if you were in terranium, you can imagine, Antarctica is apparently the wall that holds up. It holds in the water around it.
Well, like you showed in the diagram, it goes, Antarctica is, right? So what's the other one? You have Antarctica, and what's the bottom one?
Well, Antarctica is the bottom one.
Okay, what's the top one?
North Pole. There's just ice there.
And don't they call it something? Country?
No, there's no continent there. It's just all ice. And there's images that I've seen of a vortex that's up there. That NASA is apparently hiding, the literal vortex.
Like a drain?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like no one's been inside it, but they've been over it, and that's the images they sent. I mean, I wasn't there any more than I was there in a space shuttle.
But do you believe it?
Yeah, it was very convincing.
Yeah, because I watched his rocket video yesterday. That was nuts. That really was nuts. And these are just random people that, I mean, they're amateur rocket builders. So they had nothing to gain from shooting a rocket up and then posting on YouTube, well, hey, I made a rocket and it hit something. Okay, well, maybe that was just whatever. Okay, then they build another one. Bam, happens again. Like, come on. Whatever, I mean, there's something up there. And she was just showing me a video with NASA, the girl was floating in space. And this guy like pointing out all the errors and stuff. And I'm telling you what, her hair did look hairspray. Like, because remember we were talking about if we had hair in space, it would not stay in one spot. Like, this is the girl right here. Hey, how you doing?
And apparently NASA can't afford hair ties.
Yeah, it's too expensive. Dollar Store doesn't approve.
Hats.
They couldn't get a sponsor. They couldn't get the Dollar Store to sponsor NASA. Yeah.
And if you could also show the image, I'll help you come up with it. NASA, if you include its emblem, is spelled Satan and jumbled up.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, check this out. There it is. No way. All right. Magic. No green screen. I'm trying to think of what else I could ask you. Now, I mean, there's got to be satellites up there, like, and the government's putting satellites to the International Space Station, and Trump now talking about space defense. Like, do you really think they put that much money and time into something like this?
Yes. Absolutely.
And what are they gaining?
They're working for Satan. So I mean, Satan promises power, wealth, any number of things that a man could want, in exchange for his servitude. So
yes, I believe it's 100%.
Yeah.
Satan is really powerful. He's smart. He's gorgeous. He's unfortunately gorgeous, but
he's always the thing you want the most.
Yeah.
He knows what you want, and he'll figure it
He'll
out.
transform into whatever you want, whatever you need. As long as he's gaining from it.
Yeah.
Which kind of this kind of brings Illuminati into it. You're saying Illuminati is a non-government. Now, you think if the Illuminati is pushing the fact that the world is round, or do you think the government is pushing the fact that the world is round?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I know that all of the astronauts on Apollo 11 were photographed in a group picture with Freemason rings on. All of them, every single one of them. I saw the image. I mean, Yeah, it's not hard to Photoshop if you're really into it.
Wasn't Freemason Illuminati?
Well, Illuminati's Freemasons. I read their website, and they descend from the Freemasons.
And although you guys gotta know there's a scam going around, which somebody I know got trapped into it. They claim to be Illuminati and they want money, and don't fall for it. And apparently, the Illuminati came out with a. Didn't they come out with a statement?
A public statement. The Illuminati will not ask you for money. If you want to join the Illuminati, they will not ask you for a penny, so do not send a dime.
Yeah, it's a shame these guys are doing this to people. And you know, I thought it was just like, okay, well, if they're fake, whatever, you lost some money, but it's more than that. I mean, this person really wanted to join, like, and read the book. It was all for good causes, and find out this guy's fake, and actually, I mean, they were hurt. And I was like, okay, wow, it is more than just a money thing. You know, you're hurting people. So if you're out there doing that, stop. Fucking ignorant.
Web viruses and things like that.
So,
why do people do those things?
I don't know. Fucking web virus.
We send viruses to computers. I mean, it's just a random act of violence.
Yeah, it's what they call it, internet terrorism or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they just do it for fun because they can. Like, why?
Because they're ignorant. They don't know else to do.
I'm bored often too. I don't think of how I go conspiracize of how I can just harm people for funsies.
Yeah, but were you telling me about, wasn't it a place in California where you sign up to be tortured?
Yes.
And they can actually kill you? And
no, they can't kill you. That's it. That's murder. That's
but
homicide.
they cut you, they can...
I don't know if they can cut you, but I know that they can do pretty much anything up to that. I know that. I'm not sure if they can actually break skin, but I saw the images of women like trapped in like devices like where they couldn't get out of it, and they were screaming. It was horrifying.
And they signed up for it, obviously not knowing it was going to be to that.
Or they enjoyed it, but either way, I mean, some did and some don't, I'm sure, because people are weird on both sides. But basically, all it is a way for sickos to get away with hurting people and doing it without, consequence. It's disgusting. I'll be frank.
How do you? So how do you? I mean, in your diagram it shows, the sun and the moon, and how do you? I mean, why? There's got to be satellites. There has to. We have satellite dish. I mean, we have dish.
Like I said, the first two concepts you have to understand is this.
And how the military communicates with their people around the world.
NASA lies. I've seen satellites. I've seen them with my own eyeballs. You can see them with the naked eye. You know they're up there. But how high, how big, it could just be a weather balloon. You don't know. You can't see that far. I mean, you don't know.
But we do see them. I mean, they're blinking.
And I also talk about flight patterns. Because that's another thing. A lot of people say, well, how do people get across the world now? If you look at the flight patterns, it's very blatant that to get from A to B is a straight line with the flat Earth theory, and it's nonsense. With you go 4,000 miles out of the way in the wrong direction to come back, 8,000 miles out.
Well, I was up in a plane. It was all flat.
Yeah.
I flew from Maryland to Ohio. It was a 45-minute flight. And now I think about it, it was all flat. But that reminds me.
But they tell you.
There's somebody who said that, if you want to go from Japan to America, you know how you go across Alaska, pretty much? Mm-hmm. Go across the waters to Alaska and to America. Well, this guy said that they don't do that. They actually go from Japan and they take it the long way around.
That's what I was just saying. but
that's not what I was saying.
A flat Earth concept that you also have to understand is the difference between capital science and science, the actual science. Hypothesis and experiment and conclusion. With your variables that controlled and and independent. But science, the capital science, makes up words and concepts that there really is no actual science to back. It's just one man's word against another.
Yeah, I mean, we really don't know who's lying, who's telling the truth. Yeah, a lot of people think it's a disc. Like Earth is a disc.
Yeah.
That's right.
I personally believe that the Earth is...
I mean, this goes all the way back to the ancient cultures.
Mm-hmm.
It says here in Wikipedia, and including Greece.
Well, the globe Earth theory is actually a very new theory. It's only a couple hundred years old. I mean, it started with Columbus. You gotta think about that.
Oh, really? That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of spiritual Earth appeared in Greek. The 10 flat Earth model. So back in 6th century BC is when they were saying that the spherical Earth. So that means round, right?
Spiritual is a ball. But you also gotta keep in mind who controls Wikipedia.
Now, if we get 40,000 likes, we will build a rocket. And we will test this out. Alright, Jess, is there anything else you'd like to say on topic, off topic?
Yeah, let's get 39,999 likes because we can't afford a rocket.
Right. We need some donations. And if you guys do donate, like, all the money will go to getting a green screen, new equipment, gas money to go out to these abandoned houses, and we can actually, start going out and interview people. That's a good idea. Like,
Go fund me.
Fund me. Nah, but seriously, I would.
I know.
Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. I really would. But no, we can go out and start interviewing people too. Like this question, like, do you believe the Earth is round or flat? And take that mic up. Yeah, we take that mic and go, yo.
You're gonna scare some people. They say, "Get away from me with that flat Earth, old cocky."
Yeah. All right, you two. I think you had enough of us. We're out of here. All right, peace. That's good.